This video is going to be looking at power read with a toss variation run here by the Indianapolis Colts with Anthony Richardson as the quarterback. Power read is a great quarterback run play that consists of reading that front side defensive end. Usually we kick him out on power and power read. We read him. If he crashes, we give to the running back. And then if he either gets upfield or expands, then we're going to be able to keep it ourselves, speaking as the quarterback, run it up the gut, falling behind that guard. So let me quickly draw up what normal power read looks like, and then we're going to look at this example of it against a pressure, a nickel pressure. So they rotate into a 3 deep, 3 under look, and I really enjoy looking at these types of plays because on a whiteboard, you draw a power read and it looks one way, but then, real life, you get a pressure. How are you going to deal with it? This is a pretty cool example of Anthony Richardson really just kind of figuring it out and trusting his athleticism and making somewhat of an interesting read, but it totally works and he gets a big chunk out of it. So let me quickly draw up normal power read here. So normal power, right, is normal stuff, down blocking all here, this guard pulling up to this linebacker, right? And then this is our read player, all right? So the Colts are going to arc him, and then they're blocking these two. They're basically most dangerous thing, probably these three guys with these three guys. Toss variation, running back getting horizontally this way as opposed to being here and crossing face on some sort of handoff, and then quarterback shuffle up the gut. Still really same mechanics for the quarterback. He'll just toss it to the running back if this man comes down like that. All right, but we are dealing with pressure. So the pressure that we're getting here is a rotation to cover 3. He's going to come down, and then he will come and blitz into the D gap. So what's going to happen is he's going to end up taking him, and he's going to be fighting for outside leverage and kind of takes himself out of the play. The interesting part, however, is that this fellow right here is going to shoot into the B gap, then he's going to float over the top. So how do we deal with that? All right, that's the important thing to pay attention to when we watch this real quick. So nickel is going to be showing the blitz. The defensive end crashes in. All right, Anthony Richardson fakes the toss, gets up the gut. All right, so I'm going to pause it here once we get to the end zone angle to draw it up again. So the nickel, right, is off the screen. He's somewhere over here. And then he is going to be, like I said, getting into the D gap. This guy is arcing and is going to engage with him. Then he's fighting outside. Usually this man is our read. And he is going to shove himself into that B gap, and then he is going to sort himself out kind of into the C gap area. So they're gap sound, right? They have everybody accounted for, but he just gets kind of put into a bind. And I really want to focus on Anthony Richardson, the read here, because this is where you just have really an athlete knowing what's happening, I guess, or making a good guess. So he is going to shuffle out like normal, but then pay special attention to him when he makes this read. All right, so he is going to snap the ball, right? And then we are in pitch relationship going. 49 is crashing down. He sees that. That should be a pitch, right? 49 coming down. We should be pitching to the running back. But you can see right here, right? This nickel is fighting outside. Does he see that? What does he see? Right, so he's going to kind of fake it right here. He had to have already made his decision by this point, and it's just him right here. This guy taking care of him, hopefully. So Anthony might know that, hey, I just got a one-on-one here. It's better than tossing out to here with this nickel fighting up and just totally disrupting it. So really, this read just comes into look. I can't pitch it to him because he's going to get destroyed if Anthony just sees him out of the corner of his eye, feels it, or is totally locked into the nickel pressure. There's grass here, right, that we can run through, huge hole, but we have to deal with this fellow. This guy right here, look at his feet, right? He's totally out of there, and he'll pay for it. So watch. All right, Anthony up the gut, makes the man miss, right? Really just kind of uses his momentum against him with a great cut, and then boom, free, good play. So that is power read versus a nickel pressure, how it works out where we have the defensive end, he comes into the B gap, the nickel's in the D gap. The Mike really is responsible for that C gap, I guess. He overflows. Anthony makes a great read, really good intuition on the run play, fakes the toss up the gut, uses the momentum against him. Mike falls down. Anthony Richardson up the gut. So if you want to check out this video, if you want to check out rather the clip that I'm using here, head on over to thecutUplibrary.com/watch 221. It's clip number 77. I've got so far, 78 clips of all the quarterback run game that the Indianapolis Colts have used Anthony Richardson on so far this season.